Music at this weekend's Music for the Masses event in Thunder Bay. 50 acts performing tonight in the downtown North Core, tomorrow night at Lakehead University. Elle Kay and Nicole Norine are singer-songwriters. They're gearing up for their very first Music for the Masses. Abby Dowhos is a veteran of the event. She made her debut 2 years ago. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to begin by getting each of you to describe your music a little bit. Elle, let's begin with you.
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter who is just emerging, and my sound would be classified under a number of different categories: folk, blues, jazz, and a bit of rockabilly. So there's a bit of a variety in my sound.
The jazz and rockabilly must push it into some new directions a little bit.
It definitely has, yes. It's a little bit edgier sounding than maybe my previous work has been, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing this.
Abby, tell me about your music.
My music's pretty rocky, but it's definitely radio friendly, something I think that everybody can get into, and definitely makes people want to get up and dance and have fun.
Were you influenced by rock growing up?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my dad always says, Abby, don't say that, but punk rock is like my favorite kind of type of music, punk rock and heavy metal. So you can see a little bit of that in the music that I write, but definitely user friendly.
Nicole, tell me about your music.
Well, I guess I started off like writing poetry and fiction before I ever thought I wanted to write music or sing. So when I first started off, it was more folky and like singer-songwriter based. But now I've sort of moved on to like acoustic rap and hip hop. So that's kind of what you'll be hearing on Saturday. It's something probably different than anyone was expecting, but it'll be good.
So it sounds like you like to experiment with words and with language.
Absolutely, yes. Very lyrically focused. That's where I like to keep it.
This is your first time at Music for the Masses. Why did you want to be part of it?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm no stranger to it. It might be my first time performing at it, but I've gone for many years, and just any opportunity to perform in Thunder Bay I'm down for. So I can't really think of a better opportunity to get myself seen. So.
What did you like about being there as an audience member?
It's a real sense of community. Everyone is so supportive and just ready to have a good time and be excited for whoever is performing. So I like being a part of that energy.
Elle, this is your first time for Music for the Masses as well. Why did you want to be part of it?
It was really important to me to be part of a community event that is well supported, it's well advertised, and it's something that I've always participated in as an audience member, but I've never actually performed. So this was just an excellent opportunity for me to go through with that.
What did you think when you got the invite?
I was very excited. I felt very honored. This is my first show as a solo act. And I'm just really excited to show my material to Thunder Bay.
Abby, you're a veteran of the Music for the Masses. What do you like about this event?
The girls said it right. There's definitely a huge sense of community and support. And the best thing and sort of the biggest advice I guess I would give is that you guys mentioned that you were audience members in the past and now you're coming as performers. Will continue to be audience members. Make sure you get out there and you still support all the other bands and have a lot of fun with that.
What surprised you most about the experience, say the first year that you did it?
I can barely even remember, and it was only 2 years ago. The first year that I did it, what surprised me most was, definitely the support factor and the turnout, absolutely. Like, it's huge. Everybody goes. There's lineups to get into every single bar downtown, and it's only getting bigger.
And is that something different to be in the bar or the restaurant and know that there's a lineup to come hear you as opposed to kind of waiting for people to come?
Definitely exciting, yeah. I mean, there's been times where you play shows and you're like, well, I don't want to start yet because the bar's not full yet and stuff. But now it's like, I just want to get up there because there's a ton of people here and it's such great energy.
The three of you are female performers in Thunder Bay. How supportive is the community for female singer-songwriters, female musicians out there? Because we often hear a bit more, it seems, maybe that's my perspective, about the guys. What's it like for women in the industry in Thunder Bay?
I think that people are actually, they're very supportive and they're pretty interested because, like you said, there's not as many females. So when when a female performer does come along, I think people are like, oh, this is something different. I want to go check it out.
Yeah, it's always exciting to see like female performers team up too, because I find it's a lot of like boy-girl combos out there, but especially like something like this, just meeting y'all today, like I definitely want to get involved in working with you guys. I think that would be nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Is there a different dynamic when it's two female performers together than maybe when it's the male-female?
In all honesty, I've never worked with a female before,
Oh, no?
so I'm totally open to it. If you give it to me, because I come to think of it, I've only ever worked with guys. Yeah.
What about you, Elle?
Yeah, I think just touching upon the idea of working with female singer songwriters and artists. I think it's really important to show our young community, the young females in the world who might be nervous about performing or might be not sure how to put their voice out there. And I think being all the three of us being female representatives, I think it's really important to show that.
To get out there and be role models in some ways.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And I think it would have, even just speaking, kind of adding to what you said, it maybe would have been nice for, people like us three to have female role models like that, because there really isn't very many, or there wasn't very many. So it's kind of cool that we get to be those girls for younger people.
Why do you think Music for the Masses is such an important event for the city of Thunder Bay, for, anybody in the city, not only just the musicians, but just for people in the city in general?
I would think it's mostly due to the fact that it's community based. This is not affiliated with anything else on a larger scale. This is Thunder Bay driven. This is created from a Thunder Bay entrepreneur, and I think it's really exciting to be able to support that initiative.
Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people, especially a lot of young people in Thunder Bay, are ready to run away from the city, which I can understand and sometimes totally get, and I'm there with them. But it just goes to show something like this. There may not be a lot of stuff to do when you're growing up here in Thunder Bay, but one thing that people really put their time into is the arts and music, and it's a worthy cause to go and see what these people have to say because they've been working at it for a long time.
And downtown is, ever changing now, and it's really nice to see sort of the growth and how much, we put a lot of money into growing our downtown. So something like this really supports that as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like it's going to be an awesome event. Thank you all very much for coming in to tell me about it.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Elle Kay, Nicole Norine, and Abby Dowhos are all performing at this weekend's Music for the Masses event in Thunder Bay, and you can catch nearly 50 different acts tonight in a variety of downtown North Core bars and restaurants. Then the fun moves to Lakehead University tomorrow night. You can find out more on the Facebook page, Music for the Masses. You're listening to Voyage North on CBC Radio 1.
Saturday,